This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner, from Chicago, Illinois, please welcome the battle-ready Emanuel Augustus. Fighting out of the blue corner, from Brooklyn, New York, in the United States, an electrifying 2-division champion of the world, known as the Takeover, Teofimo Lopez.
So much hype surrounding this big matchup. Can't wait to see what goes down when the opening bell rings. No doubt about it, this was the hottest ticket in town by a country mile. Every seat has been sold.
Good luck.
And that's the opening bell, round 1. Jab to the body, trying to wear him down. The straight right just misses. Just misses with that uppercut. Good counter punch. There was so much hype surrounding this match, I wonder if it can actually live up to the hype.
You see the nerves on a fight stepping into the ring, Tom. It can tell you so much about a fighter. And then look in the opposite corner. You've got one fighter that is in heaven. This is where they want to be.
A very competitive round here so far.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
You can tell he's stronger, but he's not faster. Off the charts action from both of these fighters. Nice counter shot. That uppercut misses. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Emanuel Augustus in that last round. And a round that seemed like he turned. We've just taken a big breath, and here we go again. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
If you like defense, you're going to love this fighter. Excellent defense. They stay on the outside. They use their jab efficiently, and they don't take damage.
This is what makes outside fighters so good. Their footwork is second to none. It's as fast as their hands.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. The straight right just misses. That left hook missed. Some real good back and forth between these two fighters.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
There's a counter shot. One punch could change the entire complexion of this fight. A perfect counter shot. A counter fighter relies a lot on their instincts and reaction time. You've got to get in there quick to punch your opponent before he gets his fist back to block.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be on this. You've got to be on it. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think right. Concentrate.
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Augustus in that last round. Well, he is in big... On to the third. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
They walk away from each other and then run right back into trouble. Nice slip to avoid the jab. Throwing the hook, but it doesn't score. Nice counter shot. They exchange punches. Perfect counter lands. They exchange punches. That counter punch caught him clean. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Nice counter. They exchange punches. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Emanuel Augustus in that last round. What would you tell this guy? Back at it in round 4. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
For these two. Nice idea with the jab, but does not land. Oh, right there. Teofimo in some real trouble here. And it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
Those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
That counter punch caught him clean. Time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. A perfect counter shot. That counter punch caught him clean. Punch, counter punch. That one lands. Very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Emanuel Augustus in that last round. The game plan does not seem to be working here. What's he? Here we go in round 5. Who's going to land the first big shot? Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
You know, with lightweights, these guys are going to be lightning quick.
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? Well done with that counter shot. Those counter punches have to hurt. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Emanuel Augustus in that last round. From this moment forward, he cannot afford. This is the beginning of round 6. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
The straight right just misses. Got to let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Beautiful counter punch. So much for boxing. This is a fight. Teofimo Lopez goes down. And look at that body shot. They couldn't have thrown it any better.
I need to see that again.
Well, they're back up, Johnny, but now what do they do to get back in? Final 10 seconds here, and this has not been his round for sure. Let's talk about Teofimo Lopez in that last round. And there's the bell for round 7. His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff it.
Both men step back for just a moment. The straight right just misses. Correct me if I'm wrong, but when you're dealing with someone with so much speed, you've got to get your timing right.
I've never seen a fighter so fast in my life. How do you deal with this? You've got to hope they run out of steam.
A perfect counter lands. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
There's a counter shot. He's willing to go where the other fighter won't. Well done with that counter shot. And the takeover's in some big trouble now. Good job trying to back out of trouble.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once.
This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Emanuel Augustus in that last round. That bell could not have come. Round 8, and we're off again. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet, not until your senses have come back.
A swing and a miss with the left hook. A perfect counter shot. Well, Johnny, you know there's a fine line between being aggressive and being too aggressive. How does he exploit that?
This is about ego. Get your ego in check, Todd, because if you fight a man that is used to doing this, he's confident and comfortable doing this, why are you giving him that chance to dance that dance? Step out of the way, box him, frustrate him, because if you let him get away with it, he blows you down.
Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Perfect counter shot. Not a lot of punch output. Did you see that? And Lopez is dazed. I thought we were going to see the finish there.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Some might have thought it was a little bit closer, but in the end, the referees are in a unanimous agreement.
They've done it before, now they're doing it again, and look what's happened. A unanimous decision. What a way, what tactics, what a game plan. What a result.